everyone, what is going on? Raven here, welcome back. I previously talked about Amaterasu, who is a sun goddess in Japan, and I did her whole video, so go check her video out. Today we're talking about Izanagi, who Izanagi is her father, and his name can be translated as he who invites, and according to the Kojiki, is rendered in kanji in two different ways. In the Nihon Shoki, his name is written as Izanagi-no-Mikoto, while in the Kojiki, it is Izanagi-no-Kami or Izanagi-no-Ōkami, depending on how it is read. Regardless of how his name is written, the meaning remains the same. Izanagi, considered the father of the Japanese pantheon, and is sometimes portrayed as a creator deity. Though the latter is not entirely accurate, it is true he is the father of many kami. Izanagi also defends against the forces of Yomi, and ensures there are more births and deaths each day in order to preserve his creation. He often wields Ame-no-Nuboko, the heavenly jeweled spear with which he churned the primordial seas. He is the father of many Shinto rituals as well, including marriage and misogi. The latter ritual is central to Shinto beliefs and uses water to wash away impurities, such as the death and rot Izanagi encountered while in the underworld. As father to the chief gods of heaven, Izanagi was original ruler of heaven and trained his daughter Amaterasu to take the throne, who, again, I spoke about her previously, so go check her video out. While he still maintains some authority, Izanagi has bequeathed most of his power to Amaterasu, who now serves as the true ruler of heaven. Izanagi and his sister wife, Izanami, are the seventh generation of Komi-yona-no-yaru, and the children of Omodaru and Kashiko-ne. Together with Izanagi drew the islands of Japan from the sea. In this way, the two deities effectively gave birth to the islands, which in turn are considered to be their children. The islands in this creation myth are generally thought to be Kyushu, Shikoku, and Honshu, as well as the smaller islands that surround them. Izanagi then fathered the first generations of kami, culminating in the birth of the fire god Kagutsuchi, who killed Izanami. Again, we talked about how he purified himself. He fathered Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo, the three most important gods in the Japanese pantheon. Through Amaterasu, he's the ancestor of the Japanese imperial family. Now, his parents are, his father's name is Omodaru, his mother is Kashiko-ne. Again, his sister is also his wife or consort, and the children I've talked about. Now, he has multiple sons, so I'm going to name all of his sons really quick. It is Kagutsuchi, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, Ibisu, Fujin, and Reijin. Okay, and his only daughter, Amaterasu. The tale of Izanagi is central to the Kuniyumi, the origins of Japan told in many traditions. From the void came heaven and earth. In the beginning, however, only heaven was populated. Seeing that earth was untouched, the primordial deities gave their blessings to Izanagi and Izanami to fill it with life. In the Nihon Shoki, they volunteered. Standing at the pillars of heaven, the siblings used the spear, Ame-no-Nuboko, to churn the sea, and from this churning came the first islands of Japan. In the wake of this achievement, the two saw their bodies complemented one another, and Izanagi proposed to Izanami so they might procreate. She did agree, and the two began to prepare for the marriage ceremony. Now, there is a talk about, how body parts have grown. I'm not going to read all that, okay? If you want to, I'm going to link it in the description. You can read all that yourself, okay? Izanagi and Izanami performed the first marriage ceremony by walking around the pillars of heaven and meeting in the center. In the initial ceremony, Izanami spoke first, and this was out of line, however, and caused the marriage to be improperly sealed. Children born in this union were illegitimate and deformed as a result. They performed the marriage ceremony once more, this time with Izanagi speaking first. With their marriage sealed properly this time, Izanagi and Izanami gave birth to the remaining Japanese islands as well as the host gods, the first legitimate kami. Despite this temporary happiness, the marriage would soon end in sorrow. The final god to be born of Izanami was the fire god, which I've already mentioned, Kagutsuchi, whose flames enveloped and killed his own mother. Following this tragedy, he killed the child and fell into mourning. In despair, Izanagi set out for Yomi-no-Kuni, the land of the dead. This land was defiled and impure, full of oni and other monsters. Once there, Izanagi found a seemingly normal Izanami. When he shone a light upon her, however, he discovered that she was little more than rotting flesh, full of demons, and writhing like maggots. He learned she had partaken of the food of Yomi, and as such was bound to remain there for all eternity. Filled with dread, Izanagi fled from her, but Izanami pursued, sending a host of demons to catch him and inflict suffering upon the world. Knowing Izanami would devour the world if she escaped Yomi, Izanagi placed a giant boulder at the mouth of the underworld in order to prevent her return. Furious, Izanami cursed the world, saying she would kill 1,000 people each day. Izanagi responded by vowing 1,500 people would be born each day. Through this action, Izanagi was able to protect creation and keep the land of living plentiful. Covered in the impurity of death, Izanagi found his way to a nearby hot spring and cleaned himself. Moving deliberately, he cleaned his left eye, right eye, and nose with water. With each feature he cleaned, he begat kami different from those he had fathered before. And I've already mentioned this a couple times now. The radiant, beautiful kami were Amaterasu, the sun goddess, Yomi, the moon god, and Susanoo, the storm god. And he declared that each should be a ruler of the heavens. Following this decree, Izanagi founded the celestial bureaucracy of kami, with Amaterasu and her brothers as its head. And disrespectful kami felt with wrath, including Tsukuyomi and Susanoo, who were subsequently banished. Amaterasu, however, came to rule in her own right and remains in power to this day. Izanagi, meanwhile, serves as her advisor. Scholars have noted that the tale of Izanagi and Izanami and Yomi are very similar to the Greek tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. Though Izanami's eating of the food of Yomi and her subsequent damnation are elements more akin to the myth of Hades and Persephone, as a ruler of heaven, Izanagi has many similarities to other East Asian divine creators and first emperors. He differs from them, however, in both his abdication of the throne and his seeming immortality. Now, his tale is well known and he appears often in popular culture. Izanagi is a namesake of an ancient tectonic plate that was replaced some 60 million years ago in the Pacific. Izanagi is a name of a genjutsu that prevents injury in the manga anime Naruto. Ultimately, its misuse leads to the destruction of the Uchiha clan. Izanagi appears relatively unchanged from his mythic origins in the pages of Marvel Comics. Izanagi is a demon in the Megami Tensei video game series, appearing most prominently in Persona 4, and in the game Destiny 2, Izanagi's burden is a powerful sniper rifle. What do you guys think of this video? I am finding this a lot of fun, reading about different types of gods and goddesses and things of that nature. That being said, I do hope you all liked today's video and found it very informative. Again, from the previous video with Amaterasu and Izanagi, I do apologize for messing up any of the Japanese names. I never learned how to speak Japanese, so again, I do apologize about that, but I do hope you guys liked the video and found it informative. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye-bye!